I did
Very
not.
professional, sir.
And also like start with an intro
Yeah, yeah.
and intro the guest.
Thanks, guys.
I don't
didn't-
need an introduction.
Oh, dude, he destroyed you. This will be in the trailer.
I'd
In
like
the
to go on
trailer.
the record saying that it's not my fault. I'm trying to run a tight ship here.
And you're doing
Oh,
a good job, sir.
Oh, good. Oh, good. All right, everyone, welcome to the Talk Lab podcast. Thank you for clicking this episode, and thank you for joining the Talk Lab podcast. If you already clicked that button and subscribe to the Talk Lab podcast, if you haven't subscribed to the Talk Lab podcast yet, I don't know what the heck you're doing, man. Just click that button. It doesn't take you long.
Just
you know,
fucking click the button. Like,
click the button, smash it, 2021 style. You know.
yeah.
If you haven't checked our social media, if you haven't, checked us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and Anghami, we are there. So, links are in the description. Feel free to check those. Today with me, we've got the GOAT, actually, of Ottawa. Like, I'd like to call him the GOAT of Ottawa because I've been trying to get him all this time long. Since we started the podcast, kind of. It hasn't been working out. And now, finally, he's here.
Like
Papa
a year,
Quest,
right?
bro.
Like a year, right?
Yeah, more like 8 months. How's it going, man?
Wow. Well, I'm going great, man. Thanks
Oh,
for
good.
finally making this happen.
Man, it's
Like,
It's
I
an
know it's
honor.
been a long time coming, and I'm finally happy to be here. Like, let's make the most out of it.
an honor.
And
It's an
first,
honor.
I'm not the goat.
Uh,
That's
yeah.
I'm a very humble guy.
There you
Like, I'm just I that's what I say to people. Like, I don't think I'm the best, but I'm the most passionate out there.
There you
like,
go.
And no one's gonna stop me. So
I'm Quest.
And if-
the I'm Quest statement. That's what I like to call it.
maybe I'll be the goat one day when I die or something like that. But my main goal is just to be the best that I can be while I'm here. So
I got you, man. Golden question of the podcast that I always ask every time someone's here. How's COVID treating you, man?
you know, I have a studio, right?
Yeah,
I have a recording studio, and that's been a crazy challenge. Not being able to come and have people over recording and producing, because I'm a type of the producer and sound engineer that likes to work with people
Yeah.
on the spot. Yes, we can do Zoom calls, we can do FaceTime or whatever, but
It's not as effective.
I am old school like that. I like to work with the artists in the studio and create songs on the spot. And then since COVID, March 20th, 2020, it's been a challenge. It's been crazy, crazy difficult. I couldn't record at my studio anymore. So what I had to do is set up everyone with
Other
a little
places.
setup, a studio to record themselves, and then send me the stems and I'll do the rest. It was not the same, but a lot of blessings in disguise, my man. A
Yeah.
lot of blessing in disguise. You have to understand, I've been recording people since 2002, nonstop,
My God. So,
almost every day.
So almost 10 years now.
This is my first break ever. Like,
Nah.
my first break ever. You should have seen my face when they locked down the first shutdown, and I didn't even know what to do anymore. Like, it was like I was being reborn as someone else. So that was a blessing because it taught me to like spend more time or focus more time on my goals
Yeah.
and whatever I want to do instead of like working for different artists, which I don't mind either. But that's the blessing. Also, I've been so surprised and amazed by all the artists I work with, how resourceful they've been, and being able to like figure it out quickly, how to record themselves and export and send me stems in a proper fashion for me to mix. It's
That's
not that
very
easy.
good. No, that's not easy.
And
No.
I had to do a couple FaceTimes to direct them or guide them or go do some house calls and set them up. But I work with like over on a regular basis, like over 25 people, right? So
Awesome.
I had to set them all up to record themselves with like those little Amazon kits that you can buy with interface and stuff like that. So, and the second blessing has been we've been more productive than ever because now artists could record on their own
From their
time
house.
from their house whenever they felt like it at 3 a.m. if they want. I would wake up in the morning with a bunch of songs to mix down. So
as long as they know how to like do it, they're
Yes.
gonna do it.
Yes.
Literally, yeah.
And I would say 95% of them figured it out.
Wow.
And so, as you could see, like during the year and a half of pandemic that we've been through, we were still releasing a bunch of stuff, even more than ever, because we figured it out. And
Yeah.
that's been a blessing, to be honest. So not having people over at first was,
Was kind of a barrier for production
yeah,
teams and stuff like that, especially like speaking about photography, because I'm a photographer. Like it
and a
hit
damn
me,
good
like,
photographer too.
oh, thank you,
Let's just
man.
say that.
Humbled by the statement, man.
Yeah.
Really. So like it was difficult. It still like has its own effect, because like with photography, well, you can't send people the way to like, okay, like you're gonna take the picture this way, you're gonna do it your way, and basically yeah, I don't have a job after. Literally. So basically it's been on and off, but you know, I'm surprised that other people are figuring out like ways on like how to get around COVID,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
especially that we have a lockdown every 2-3 days.
Yes, but there's always a way. Like that's
There's
that's how humans evolve, right? And
Literally.
become better person or better humans. And I've never thought anything could stop me, anyways. Only way I'm gonna stop is if I die, pretty much. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But
There you go.
what
I'm glad this
it's
is
funny that
actually
you brought
what-
up photography, because
Yeah.
to replace my time of as a music producer,
Yeah.
I went out and shot so many pictures,
Man.
more
And
than
you've
ever
been-
actually in my life, and shot videos as well.
And
a lot of
that's-
videos.
That was impressive as well. Like, it's like I watched, especially the one that actually impressed me, personally. It was when you shot with I Am Soulful, his video. I forgot
Shout out
which-
Soulful.
Shout out, bro. Big guy, big brother.
Yeah,
Literally coming back very soon on the podcast.
beautiful soul, man.
Awesome guy. So yeah, like when you shot his video, it's in a way that I wasn't like, actually inspired me to make my own preset, which I'll come up to in a second. But basically your way was like a Super 35 film on a digital camera.
Yeah.
And this is just to say, this is not easy to pull off.
No.
You know, like if everyone can pull that off, we would have seen it a lot. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It was impressive, man. Like the switches between digital and then again, and it was Sony, right? That you're
I shoot
that
on
you're shooting
Sony,
on.
yes.
Yeah.
Sony gang for life. Like,
There you go.
Shout out Sony Alpha, amazing cameras.
Awesome.
Thank you for the blessing coming from someone that has an eye like yourself.
Thank you.
Means a lot. I'm a fan of film. I'm a fan of analog. Period. My music studio is analog based. I'm not a fan of digital. I find it's too crisp, too clean. I like the rawness of analog. I would shoot on film if I could, like Christopher Nolan, my favorite director out there.
Oh yeah. There you go.
I would shoot on.
Now we have kind of
Oh yeah.
a common thing to talk about. There
Oh,
you
no,
go.
he's the goat. He's the goat.
He is.
Him and Quentin both shoot on film, right? So, and I'm a fan of that. I think digital cameras cannot reproduce analog look. They just can't. You can find plugins, but you're not going to reproduce it. Same thing goes for studio. When you record vocals on a digital signal,
it's not the same.
It's crisp. It's not the same as if you record on an analog signal.
Yeah.
That's why I've always kept my setup the way it is. And I feel like if you would come to the studio and hear yourself on the mic, you would notice right away the difference it does, the warmth in your voice. And then to go back to the video, I would shoot on film if I could, if I had the budget to buy an actual 35 millimeters IMAX camera, whatever. But the best I could do is like reproduce the effect post-production. Also, little trick out there, when I shoot the scenes, I always shoot it cinematic style, which I mean, I bring down the saturation and the exposure down.
I see.
It gives it more of a faded film look.
Film look, yeah.
Originally on the image. I brought my camera. I can show you
Oh,
after.
there you go.
That's a little tip out there for people that want that vintage cinema look. You just go create your profile and just bring your saturation down.
It does make sense to me, because if you do it in post-production, this like the most effects or any effect that you do in post production basically will affect the image and
The
will affect
quality
the
of the
quality of
image.
the
So
yeah.
try to capture the image as close as
close.
possible as what you want. Same thing goes with vocals. You try to record the vocals as clean as possible without effect. Because, like you said, when you put plugins or an effect on it, you lose quality, especially
Literally.
digital
Literally.
format.
And because like I was talking to Hersey yesterday, we were talking about how Khalid Nabil doesn't shoot RAW, he only shoots JPEG. And he was thinking about, I was like,
Interesting.
this is really stupid. I was
Yeah.
like, what is stupid about it? I was like, I shot for like 8 years on JPEG only. I wasn't shooting RAW. What is so stupid about it is like, but what if the image is blown out? I was like, man, if your image is blown out, I don't think you should be a photographer.
No.
Like you shouldn't go there. I mean, now I like the option of RAW, but I still pay so much attention to like it has to have the right shutter speed, it has to have the right ISO, it has to have the right exposure. So like it kind of like it's a full package that like I get the best image on land. So
On
when I go actually and edit and post production, I don't have much to do.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah, well, that's the goal, right?
That's
And when
literally
you shot on film, that's what you had to
that's
do
what
pretty
you
much.
have to do.
You try to capture the moment on the camera itself without having to think post-production, right? And the more you do stuff like that, the better you're going to become at your craft,
Literally.
obviously. And a lot of people shoot now, they don't even understand what it means to like shutter speed and
No, they
ISO
just
and
put it
stuff
on
like that.
auto and then
Yeah.
basically go
Yeah.
off that.
Yeah.
And
But
it's,
you
nothing's
don't.
wrong with
But
that.
you should
but like,
still shoot raw though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally,
Raw
Khaled,
gives
if
you a
you're-
lot more options, by the way. Like
Yeah,
it also gives you the freedom to go from black and white to color photography without affecting
without affecting
the
the
quality.
quality.
Yeah.
It used to be. I think it used to be this. That's what other photographers said about black and white being done in post production back in the days.
Yeah.
That's when I just joined. It was back in 2011. So, they said that it was basically, it was a fake black and white.
Yeah.
It's gray. It's not black and white. Well, I'd like to say no. That's actually not true.
It's
but, like,
grayscale,
it's grayscale, but
Yeah.
like nowadays we've gotten really damn close to what black and white is on post
That's
production.
interesting. We don't actually see what black and white is on post production, what it's
No.
supposed to be. Yeah.
No, like you've got to. I think you've got to try like a black and white camera to see like how close like you
That's
can get to
interesting.
it. It's very nice. I think one camera that gets very close to that, or actually one camera that you can still kind of afford and buy is Hasselblad.
Yes.
Hasselblad, the old cameras
Yeah.
are still expensive, but like they're not too expensive. You can change the body. You can get the black and white version, which is kind of cheaper.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
So yeah, I'm planning to get one, but
those
it's,
are vintage collection pieces
oh, yeah.
now. Like,
oh yeah,
and people are going back to using them, like you
back
said.
to using them. Yeah,
We feel like now we're going back to a 90s vibe a bit, like with the music
So-
as well. Like J. Cole dropped an album that sounds like very 90s hip hop sample based music. So I think we're going back to that circle. Like life is a circle. Every trend
Literally.
is a circle. Even in movies now, like
I never.
I
thought
wish-
that would happen.
like another shout out to Christopher Nolan. He shoots on film, but also he does his effect on set too. Like
Literally.
doesn't try to rely on CGI like the
No.
Avenger movies, which I hate, by the way. Like
Oh, okay. Let's talk about it. Okay.
Not
There's
yet.
someone who's like he's bringing the camera to his mouth. He's like, nah, I don't want to be kicked out of the room. I was like, I'll better shut up.
I'm not dissing the movie. I'm more of a purist.
Yeah.
Try to do your effects on set more than you can, like as best as you can.
1914. It was a good movie. Was it 1914?
Yes.
19. Yeah, that was
The one they try to shoot like one shot.
one
sequence.
shot.
Yeah.
It's a very great movie.
Very interesting. But you see, I like those type of movies. Like
Yeah.
I'm a geek freak. Of
That
those
that was genius. Like,
Yeah.
to be honest with
Yeah.
you, like,
There's cuts, but they.
but it's smart cuts.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I was like, I'm going the next day. I'm gonna create my own, and then it sucked. By the way, so I was
Yeah.
like, never mind.
I want to do a video, a music video one
There-
day, one shot sequence.
One shot sequence. It's very smart. Yeah, go
It's,
ahead.
By the way, I think it's 1917.
1917.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you for the correction.
There you go. Thank you. That's why we need people with laptops over there. There you
And
go.
to go back to videos, I've never had so much fun shooting videos. Like it's crazy. Like pandemic but it gave me that option to go and do my passion somewhere else. Because
See.
me, I need to do something creative. If not, I go depressive. Like whether
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like doing beats, whether it's recording people, music, producing photography, or now videos. And
Literally.
it's been so much fun. And like you understand like cinematography, you're a photographer, you understand the eye. And I was blessed to really understand it quickly because I
think it's
I sometimes impress myself too when I watch the video, the end result. I'm like, oh shit, okay, not that bad for someone that
there you
didn't
go.
went to school for that.
I mean,
So
to be honest with you, I don't think it's something that people learn. Like I
no,
always used to
no.
say that, and I used to hear it from my teachers who taught me photography. Um, they used to tell me it's nothing that you actually learn. It's actually you're born with it. Like you're born
I
with a good eye.
totally agree. I totally agree.
Literally, you're born with a good ear that goes with music, right? You know, like I sometimes I go like and with my friends and they would pop on some rap songs and I'm like I don't get it. I don't. I was like I'm such a hater to rap, to be honest with you, and I get batched for that because I'm like I'm sorry, but like it does not rhyme, and I know it doesn't have to rhyme, but it does not rhyme. Like there's no length that you guys go with for a sentence. There's no good ending. There's nothing. Like why the heck are you making a song? There are some smart and genius rap songs that I love myself, but then like I'm very difficult of a person. Like I like something that rhymes. If it doesn't rhyme, I'm just not listening. I think it goes back to
Are
my
you a
background.
mathematician? You love maths and stuff like that?
It kind of. Yeah. I'm studying general chemistry, so you can know what kind of person from that
So you're a
statement.
scientist. Like
Yeah,
for you, it has to make sense.
literally,
yeah.
literally it does have to make
But
sense.
rap is supposed to rhyme, right? That's what it is, rhythm and poetry. So
More, but then if we review now, like most songs, or let's say 65%, just to not be difficult on people, 65% of songs that are rap songs that they do not rhyme. And I think it goes back to my background. So like for Arabs, songs are not that easy to literally explode. Now they're being because internet exists and people are crazy, so they can explode a song, let's say, but like they're not that easy to go viral, and they
Yeah.
have to like there are so many factors that makes it go viral.
Yeah.
And they get judged all the time, so basically you got to make a very good song for it to go viral. So I feel like that's why, because I grew up like somewhere else, and that's why like I kind of misjudged the
there
rap
was
songs.
more like quality content control, like I guess.
Yeah.
And whatever got out was the best of the best, I guess.
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
some-
you can still see songs that suck, but
Yeah.
people will talk.
Yeah.
Like people will be like, "This sucks," period.
You know what makes it interesting now in the era that we live is so accessible too for
Yeah.
anyone to drop songs and
Oh,
release them
literally.
more than ever. So when I first started, by the way, it's now we sweat like pigs. It's fucking hot here. So
Oh my god. Yeah, we're being FYI for everyone who's seeing us sweating right now. The door is closed. It's a very tight space, and we have like 4 lights shining in our face.
yes,
We're being cooked here,
and
literally.
it's 39 degrees outside.
And it's 39 degrees outside, so you can imagine. There's air conditioning, by the way, but it's non-existent in this room.
But I'm glad to be here no matter what.
Thank you, man.
And
Thanks.
I'll still pull it off.
There you go.
That's the sacrifice you have to do sometimes.
There you go. There
But,
you go. So yeah, talking about
To go back to what I was saying, now it's more accessible than ever. When I first started, you had to like find a distribution deal, or you had to like print your own CDs and
there
then
you go.
put them in stores. HMV. I don't know if people remember that, but
I
you had
don't
to
remember.
like actually
Right.
put physical CDs in stores, and then
I kind of remember CDs. I'm born 1999, so
fuck,
I
you
kind
guys
of
are kids. No one remembers CDs here.
HMV classic CD.
You remember HMV? Okay.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Like there was, I think there was one in Rito Center that was
Yes.
open up until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I believe so, and then that's when they closed
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Because
Yeah.
they were selling
The-
video games too.
They at the end they just like
There's
won't
one-
be selling CDs though. They used to sell like merch,
Yeah.
like band merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like AC/DC, Motorhead. I
Exactly.
think that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's
pretty
one
much.
that still exists in Hazeldean Mall.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, if you wanna go, like once it opens, I think
A
they
trip
they
back
should be fine.
down memory lane. Anyhow, there was
Yeah.
a thing called CDs back in the days.
No, I'm just saying. I'm 1999. I kind of remember.
Yeah, I
like
know.
yeah, We used
So
to.
it was way more difficult. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't have like a label, you had to like finance yourself and find a distribution deal. They kept a cut and everything. Anyways, now, oh yeah, and home
Yeah.
studios didn't exist too.
Oh
You had to
no,
go
it
to a
didn't.
physical commercial
Physical.
studio,
Oh yeah, you pay
pay
so
like
much
$100
money.
an hour or
Yeah.
120 an hour, jam out your song, make sure it sounds
Snap.
good, hope for the best,
You know,
and then receive your song on a CD, not by email, on an actual
on
CD.
an actual CD,
Then
and
you
you
had
have
to
to
do physical copies of that
copies.
CD.
Yeah.
Anyways, I could
It
talk
was a
about
long
that for
process. I
yeah.
love that.
But I love that process. And what made
It was fun.
what happened
That's the
with
thing.
because of that process, not everyone could do it.
No.
So a natural selection would happen. I'm not saying
Absolutely.
now no one should just do music because everyone sucks, but there's a lot of bad music out there.
Yeah, that's a
Just
thing.
because it's accessible and easy to make, get your own home studio. You can buy your kit on Amazon for
Literally.
$200, and then I think I'm an engineer now.
Yeah.
I'll go watch a video on YouTube.
Fiverr, and also Fiverr.
Fiverr?
Fiverr
Hey,
exists.
don't
so
get me
basically-
started about Fiverr.
So you just record it, and someone like at the other side of the world would actually edit that shit for you,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
for like $5.
Yes, I'm on Fiverr too. I
There
offer
you
my
go.
services.
Are you
Why?
making?
Why
are you
not?
making any money there?
Not yet.
Sir, there you go.
I
We're
can't
two-
compete with the Indians over there. Like they charge $5 a mix.
Like
man.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna spend like 2-3 hours for like $5. I'm sorry, no,
No.
thanks.
No, but why not? Maybe
Yeah.
one day someone will pay what. But it's just like the message behind this is just like everything's so accessible now too.
Yeah.
You can go online, master your song through a website, algorithms and stuff. Distribute your song with DistroKid or whatever distribution platform is out there, and then boom, your song is out. And
Which
now,
is great, by the way. Like it gives opportunity for like people who
Yes.
actually
Yes.
are good.
It
and
does.
They,
It does.
They don't have access to
Like there's
big
pros and
studios.
cons to everything,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
for sure.
And but there's a lot of shitty music out there. And what happens is now it makes it even more difficult for you to stand out
Yeah.
of the back of the whole jungle of music out there, because there's new stuff dropping every minute now. Like,
Yeah.
and if you don't have like a solid promotional team or grants or a good financial
That's the thing. It takes you
system.
too long, like literally. And you've been in this game longer than I am.
Yeah.
Like especially in like in the Ottawa Gatineau area. Like you've been here how long? Like more than 10 years working within this
Since
area
2003.
Since 2003.
Yeah.
Snaps. Wow.
Yeah, it's 18 years now. Yeah.
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 So basically, like, sorry, I was losing the point. My God.
So I saw it very
So, yeah,
evolved. Yes. And
Yeah,
change and-
literally, and basically, it's not easy to get into the game like right now, because like what I'm doing right now is like people ask me like, oh, why don't you just make a preset that looks like this photographer's preset or that photographer's preset, or just like buy their kit. That's
Yeah.
that's a very popular
Yes.
thing right now.
like
I
room
see-
kits or
Oh yeah, I like Lightroom presets.
Yeah.
And basically like yeah, they sell for like what, $25 each or
Yeah.
whatever. Like what the heck? I know like it could be worth it, whatever, you know, but then if you're a photographer that look like every other photographer, what sets you aside? Like that's
Yes.
my question.
Yes.
Like it takes me 3 months sometimes to pull out a good preset. And I'm talking like a good preset where I'm like, this preset I'm just gonna use. That's it. It goes through testing. It goes through, oh, it's not good with this picture. It's not good with that
Yeah,
picture.
it doesn't work
affects it
with
this
all
way.
the light as
Literally,
well. It
literally,
depends on the
and
light. Yeah.
And it's like science. It's like math as well involved.
Are you an overthinker too?
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
much. I overthink stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I was telling Khalid one day about like what I do is like, dude, like, I don't know why you do that. Like just put the camera on auto and shoot. To stop doing that. I'm like, no, where's the fun in it?
That's the biggest thing I try to teach the artists I work with. Like, try to not overthink it and
Yeah.
just be in the moment. There's no wrong answer.
No.
Whatever picture you put out there with whatever preset you put out there,
Literally.
if you feel like you like it, people are gonna love it. If you put your passion into it.
Yeah.
You see me dropping pictures like every day almost. Like,
They're all great.
I'm
bro.
blessed to be not an overthinker. I think a lot, but I'm not an overthinker.
But you have your signature in those pictures. Like
Yes.
I can blindly tell that this
you
is
think I
okay.
do?
This is
Yes.
Amquest. This is Amquest. That's the thing. But then
I don't
'cause
even
you've
see
been-
it myself.
No,
but if you do see
but
it,
you've been doing it for long to the point that you're pulling out like this game right now easily. Because like it just your picture says Amquest easy.
Thank you.
That's the thing. Like back in the days, do you remember when people used to slap their logos on their pictures?
Yes, the watermarks.
The watermarks, yeah.
I
That
don't
was
like that.
I did it though. Like I'm not gonna lie. And then I was like, this is too much work and it looks stupid. Why am I doing this?
It looks cheap sometimes.
Yeah,
like-
most of the times. So basically, I ended up doing more research and be like, no, actually, professionals actually don't slap their watermark
No.
because like their picture speaks for them.
Yes.
Like that's the thing.
Yes.
That's the thing about art. Like
But you know why my pictures speak? Because I let my eyes do the work.
The work,
pretty
yeah.
much. I
So
don't
get
like.
involved
I'm
in the
not on
moment.
set like, oh man, I should wait for like 25 minutes for the sun to be there. Or
oh snap,
I'll just find the perfect angle and just snap the picture.
really? Oh wow.
And
Oh, two different
should-
schools here.
we should go.
We sh-
I'm a spontaneous.
Oh
dude.
wow.
And
I
same
go-
thing with the music.
I'm saying no, no. I actually do both, but then I go in so many times, like so many times. I go in a very scientific way. Like I've known photographers who actually do freaking research on the place of the sun
wow.
and how long, because they have like it has to be at one time in a year,
That's dedication, though.
bro.
It depends what
but
type of
that's the
picture
thing.
you're taking too.
Yeah.
Like if you're nature pictures or
Oh, those are
astronomy
the
pictures,
most difficult.
I guess so. But my style is very spontaneous street
Yeah.
lifestyle. And if you can talk to anyone I've shot video or picture, they'll tell you the same. I'm just like
Snap.
go on the moment. And I do
love
the
that.
same thing in the studio with the music. I don't even know what type of beat I'm gonna do. I just open the faucet and whatever comes out.
Snap. There you go.
And I was born this way. I don't think you can teach that. You
No.
can probably train someone somehow to like be free
to
spirited
get
like
used
that,
to it.
to get used to it and like not overthink it. But I'm blessed to be born like that too. And I find it the best school because I put a lot of stuff out there and I learn from it, which I apply in the next
That's the thing.
project.
That's
I
the thing.
keep telling people, if you're not going to release stuff, how are you going to learn from it too?
Yeah.
You need to like get
You
some
need-
feedback, get some
literally get criticized.
get criticized,
That's
or get appreciation or whatever. You say I have my style. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's just because every photo I take, I do the same thing. I let my
Literally.
mind speak for itself.
literally.
So you see it in the picture. Also, I have a preset for sale if you want it.
There you go. Pass it on there.
You
If
saw
it's
that
on,
segue
there?
there?
There you go.
You saw it?
There you go. That's how he promotes his stuff. You
Yes. No, I'm
He's-
just kidding. But yeah, I do use the same
Yeah.
preset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show
Oh.
you after.
know. There you go.
It's
There
got
you
my
go, DJ.
signature too. And I guess I have the same signature on the music I do too, because I've been told that before too.
Yeah.
You could hear the quest inspiration in the music as well. So
Literally. We have a comment there.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask, like, what, like, since you do work on music, like, what sort of music do you usually, like, work on? Like, what genre? And, like, what would you say an artist that speaks most to you as an artist and, like, that you try to replicate or you try to, not imitate, but sort of take inspiration from them?
that's a good question. Obviously, my niche is hip hop music.
Which I like, by the way. There you go.
I've
That's my
been-
fave.
I've grew up in the golden era of hip hop, which is the 90s. So I've been a lot inspired by the 90s New York rap. I don't know if you guys remember groups like obviously Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
The RZA is my inspiration, and DJ Premier, and A Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest.
That's
For
where
sure,
the name
yeah.
comes from.
That's where the name comes
absolutely,
from. Because
absolutely.
Yeah,
I was gonna
it's
get
it's an absolute tribute to that group. It's the first group I fell in love with in 1992. I'm that old. Yes.
I feel like them and Wu-Tang Clan were then just like sweeping over like
Yes.
the hip hop music, like
yes.
the hip hop music industry in general.
And what I loved about A Tribe Called Quest is they brought in that jazz hip hop sound too, like very sample based jazz influence, smooth, conscious rap, which I automatically fell in love with. I
Yeah.
loved the groove about it, And shout out to CKCU, Carlton Radio. That's where I heard my first Tribe Called Quest song on a radio show that was playing at from midnight to 2 on Friday nights. And as soon as I heard that song, Electric Relaxation, I knew I was gonna do rap. Pretty much, I just knew right away. Like I want to do beats. I want to do beats like this. I love this. And then 1992, and then 2002, I had to pick an artist name. And someone told me if you're gonna be a beat maker, you have to have like a stage name.
Stage name, yeah.
A rapper name.
Got to. No one knows you except by your like rap name now. Yeah.
No, I know. Even my mom calls me Quest now. It's crazy. But
That's crazy, man.
it's crazy. Like everyone knows me by Quest. Like I never thought that would happen. But so I struggled to find a name. Like obviously you don't want to be like DJ something or MC something or Lil something.
Oh
Like,
yeah, Lil. Okay, a lot of Lil.
So at one point, actually, I was taking a shit, and the name popped in
Very
my
specific.
head. Yes, well,
we all think that's the best place to think. By the way,
that's where I got all my best ideas
literally.
while taking a shit. So
Way to go.
yes,
Only on TikTok.
just a little tip for everyone: just go take shits, and then sometimes like an idea pops in your head. Like, but all of a sudden, like I heard Quest. Yes, there's a few Quests. It's not very a unique name. There's Questlove from the Roots as well, and there's another DJ Quest in Montreal. But I'm the best, so yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
I
It's
say
not-
that
it's
in
not a
all
bold-
humbleness too. Like,
It's not a bold statement. It's actually true.
but Quest, that's where the name comes from. A Tribe Called Quest. Wu-Tang was a big inspiration. Mobb Deep was huge. I love the beats Havoc made. And I don't know if you guys know hip hop from France, because I'm French.
I don't actually.
But there was a big group called IM back in the days too. They were a huge inspiration as well. And right now, there's a lot of good rappers. We just came back.
Yeah,
from
what do you think about it?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
now, like
We can talk about that.
as it translates to like nowadays. Like who are one of your
Because-
favorites now
Yeah.
that you take inspiration from?
Because we just came back from a weird period of the mumble trap rap, the little pump type
Oh
rap,
god.
which I was not a fan. But yeah, the beats, they were hard, they slapped. But
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Whatever.
Oh yeah.
Right now, I love Kendrick, I love J. Cole, I love Joyner Lucas. I think he's very underrated, and I think he deserves
Up and comer, very good up and
He
comer.
deserves a lot more exposure. I love Joey Badass too. You
Yeah,
guys know him?
yeah,
He's
obviously,
good.
yeah.
He's good. Go check him out. Who's the other guys? YBN, Corday. He's good
Corday,
He's good too.
yeah, he's really nice with it. I think isn't he the one that's like dating the tennis star?
too. No, I did not.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's dating Naomi Osaka, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
the upcoming
Yeah,
superstar.
yeah,
too.
she's the new thing also.
Yes.
Yeah, and they make like a super good like couple together.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
but like his
There you
music definitely speaks to it.
He
His
knows-
music definitely speaks to it.
I
He knows
didn't
his
know.
pop culture.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
There you go. We learned something.
There you go.
But yes, I'm a fan of his. Corday too.
Wow.
But good question. Good.
There you go.
He
Actually,
should be a host too.
There you go. Oh yeah. He's applying for it. Going up.
Formally putting my hat in the ring. No.
He's like, oh, you wanna put me in the background, right? Mm. He's like,
All right. You want to give me a mic? Huh?
there you go. There you go. Do you think I made a mistake giving him a mic?
No, he's
No,
awesome. The whole
no,
team here
there
is
you go.
incredible.
They're awesome, actually. They're
Yes.
awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Huh?
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
guys-
They
you
should
guys are
actually
great.
introduce themselves, each one.
There you
of them.
go. Yo, Salim, say some.
Yeah, so I'm
What's
Salim. I'm good.
Salim, what would be your rapper name, your stage name?
My rapper name?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe
This is by the way the first time we actually turned the conversation all the way to
Oh
the,
yeah,
like
because
all
I'm the
around
goat,
the room.
bro. Like a,
There you go. Like well, it's
I
Quest.
told you.
It has to be special. You know what I
told
mean?
you.
creating a new environment.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know. Maybe little S.
Little S.
I love that. Little S.
It's the
Yeah.
only thing that's come up to mind.
There you go.
No,
No, come on.
come on, Mo. Come on.
We don't even see. it.
Even though I know what your rap name will be, whatever your friends actually call you. No, huh? Yes.
Well,
My friends call me Mo the Ho sometimes.
So yeah, that's kind of his name.
We-
Yeah,
but,
weird, huh?
but I
We're
usually
gonna keep that, right?
But I
Yeah,
usually
oh,
go
yeah.
by More
More,
Yeah.
because my name is Muhammad Rida, so it's first two letters.
more.
Yeah, it's
That I love that. Give
His
me
name's
more.
like,
Give me more.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
His name's like his name's like one of those names that has a dash, right? Like
Yes.
it doesn't work with one. Like it has to be two.
So
I don't know
more.
why
That's
my
nice.
parents
Though.
made it
Go
so
ahead.
special.
Your
Yeah.
rapper name.
No, because I used to be a little bit chubby when I was younger, so my friend
yeah.
used to call me Sasquatch. But now I'm not so chubby, so I can go by Lil Sasquatch.
Ooh,
Okay,
we got two
There
Lils
we
here.
go.
there you go.
But
Don't look at me
mine
up.
was like, like I've been planning it. Like I know him for a while. Like they usually when I was younger, Sasquatch.
So
Now
you
I'm not
thought
so-
about it.
Yeah, yeah. I've
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
What?
Everyone's thought about their rap name. Come on.
Okay. There you go. You
That's
should
it.
drop a
At the-
freestyle later on. like.
There you go. Well, all the time he spent in front of the fan, singing to it. The free auto tune
The
that they
vocoder,
had. Yeah.
I love that. Lil
Snap.
Quash. Lil Quash.
Snap. What would be
What's
mine?
your name? Yeah.
Okay, so back in high school, it's funny, by the way. Back in high school, my friends they made that joke because I was going into chemistry and my background is Middle Eastern. So basically, and my name is Ahmed. So you know where this is going,
Yes.
right? So if you ever watched Jeff Denham,
Yes.
a great
The-
comedian,
The puppet.
the puppet,
Yeah.
basically, he had a puppet. It's named Ahmed the
Yes.
terrorist. So that's what my friends used to call me. And when we actually back in high school when you do Oscars, basically, like for each high school, I'm not sure if back in the days that you guys
Oscars.
like Oscars for high school. I
Like
don't know.
best
Was
eyebrows.
it? Yeah, literally. So basically, my friends like in the other place, my friends were like most likely to blow up Ahmed, and literally, I haven't gotten my Oscar yet. Where is
Wow.
it, guys?
What do you think about that?
It was funny. It was a
You find
funny
it funny?
joke. Yeah.
You're not insulted?
No, I actually helped. I actually helped that joke spread more
Yes.
because I thought it was funny. Like because they're my friends as well. So like our jokes were kind of like if it's not racist, it's not funny.
Yeah. Well, that's
it gets edgy.
Well, that's how we used to joke around too as kids, like between us. Like
No,
when my
could've-
best friend was Asian, he was always late. I was like, "Don't come on Asian time." Like, and now like everyone would laugh. Like,
There you go.
I just feel like now you can't say this type of stuff now.
Now
like,
everyone are just like they're very very very. I don't know.
politically
They're very-
correct.
Yeah. They try to be politically correct.
Also,
They-
Ahmed, isn't that stereotype correct? Because didn't you blow up a chemical in the
Oh,
chemistry
actually,
class?
a chemical flew up in my face one time, so it wasn't fun.
That explains.
Yeah,
your
that,
face.
that helps. Yeah, that explains the beard. No, I screwed up that, but actually, a chemical blew up in my face one time. It wasn't fun though.
Wow.
Like, it wasn't. I felt the heat, but thank God, like nothing happened. But it was, I think, our first lap in grade 12, our first lap ever in grade 12. I was like, this is promising. I want to do chemistry.
But that's how the best invention or
Literally, that's-
discoveries happen, right?
Well, it taught me a lesson to not trust your
Yeah.
your teammate.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
But so it was someone else.
It was someone else's fault.
Ah,
You already know I'm gonna blame someone else.
life. But
There
I've
you-
learned a lot of stuff in life, invaluable lessons through the hard way, like
Yeah.
trials and tribulation. And trust me, I find also like now people don't want to be fear. They don't want to like experience fear
Yeah.
or rejection or failure.
Yeah.
So they're afraid to try stuff. Like
a lot of things.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
Would you
me,
think-
I find like you should be curious about everything and try shit
Would
because that's your best way to learn too.
would you say that like that was the reason why you didn't mess up with videography before, or like you didn't get out of your comfort zone and just like
No, I
Go
was just too busy producing music
I
pretty
see,
much.
I see. No, it happened because like it happened to me all the time. Like with art, sometimes like you like the comfort zone that you're in.
No, step out of it.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's
Step
the thing.
out of
That's
it.
how you learn. And I never knew because like I said it as a kid. By the way, like my dad forced me to go into photography because
He forced you.
apparently, yeah, forcefully he's like, and I thank him now, like because like I found out how much I loved. Well, he only had to force me for
Was
the
your
first
dad
class.
a photographer too?
No,
or-
no. For interestingly enough, he's
Huh.
not. He's it was one of his friends that suggested and forced me to go to the first class. That's the only class that he forced me to go to. And from there, I was like, I love this. I want to do it. So, yeah.
You
10
know, you
years later.
said something earlier. I don't think you can learn how to shoot. You're either born with the
You're
eye or
born
not.
with the-
I also think that the passions in life, they find you, and you don't find them.
Yeah.
Same thing with photography. It kind of fell in my lap. Funny story, like in 2010, I was a music producer again, still doing my shit, working with artists. And then that's when like all the social media started to become popular. So a lot of
Yep.
people needed pictures.
That was back in,
Yes. At first, I would hire a photographer, take
To do
pictures
that.
for the rapper I'm working with. Just so we need pictures for the artwork,
It wasn't that
for
big, but it
posters
was.
and stuff like that. And not and cell phone didn't have those cameras too.
No.
Like
No.
so you had to like find an actual photographer. And then one of my best friends, rapper, shout out Ali. His name is Ali. He's Persian, and
Shout out, Ali.
he's the one who got me into videography and photography. He was going away for a weekend, and so I said, "Can I borrow your camera, just for fun, for the weekend?" And I'll just mess around with it. It was a Sony camera too.
Oh, there you go. So you
And,
started with a Sony camera, huh?
And then I had fun starting taking pictures. I posted them on Instagram. It was at the beginning of Instagram too.
I remember
And-
those days.
Oh yeah, the beginning of it. It was not what
It was
is
not
right now.
beautiful. It was not
No.
beautiful, by the way. Everyone was just
N-
doing weird pictures of themselves. The duck face.
know
You
it-
remember?
But you
remember
know
the duck
Instagram?
face?
No. Before the duck face, Instagram was built
Oh,
for,
yeah.
for
For photographers,
for
yeah, to show
photographers.
their pictures.
Yeah. And it was strictly beautiful pictures. But then I started posting them, and people were like, "Yo, can I hire you to take pictures?" So
Oh.
that's how it happened, by freaking accident, to be honest. And then
It's a happy accident. That's the thing.
happy accident.
That's what
and
I
then
would say.
I started taking pictures ever since for people, and a lot of rappers' pictures I took them, whether it's for a social media posts or artwork or whatever.
Wow.
So it kind of happened accident. It's just to like prove my point. Like passion sometimes in life, and I think the best passion, they find you, and they find a way to find you, and just it's up to you to then to make the most out of it. Pretty much whatever passion it is.
Yep.
Same thing happened with music. It found me. So, and same thing with basketball. With basketball
agree.
player like LeBron James, he's definitely born to play basketball. So,
Literally.
yeah, there you go. Even
Like,
though they
I
lost
I agree with you,
first
actually.
round.
Terrible. It's
Terrible.
terrible.
So-
It's
No,
a sad. It's a sad day for Lakers
No,
fans.
don't
Yeah.
tell me he's the GOAT. Like, come on. Don't tell me LeBron is the GOAT. Like, they got blown out by 40 points by the Suns.
Come on, man. Come on. Did you see him though playing like on his own against like?
Yeah, but he
Come on,
left, he
like-
left 5 minutes before.
No,
the
that
end
was
of the
that was,
game.
but that wasn't the last game though. Like after the last game, he took the L and he shook every player, every other player's hand, and he signed the jersey for Booker and everything. But what I mean is just like, it was unfortunate because half his team was hobbled and the rest was not performing up
I
to
know.
up to the projected like Kyle
Also-
Kuzma levels.
Oh,
The
Kyle Kuzma.
Come on, that guy does not belong on a basketball
No,
court.
he's too
but-
worried about his general. Is he with a general? Yeah, no. Not him.
No, he's with like Winnie Harlow, like
Oh, he
also another
knows.
also
knows.
another supermodel, also
Yes,
another
okay.
supermodel, basically. Yeah.
But
He
also,
knows his pop
also
culture,
it was
I
a
think.
weird season. Like, they just finished the playoffs.
The
and
quick
then they
turnaround, yeah,
started-
like basically they only had like four weeks of rest between
Yeah.
their championship run and the new
Yeah.
season. We'll scratch that off next year. Next year's our year. Next year's our year for
He's not the GOAT, though.
Dude,
Jordan is the GOAT.
I'm looking at him. I'm like, dude, where did that come from? Because like I suck at pop culture, by the way. Like it's not my best. I try to learn, by the way, but it's just not.
But you need someone on your team as the
That's
pop
what-
culture
that's why
reference
he's
and-
there, man. That's
Yeah.
why he's there.
Yes.
God.
But
As we-
what
yeah.
weird season, weird NBA season. And
Interesting.
who's playing good?
Who do you have winning it?
I don't want it to be
There you go.
Brooklyn because
Who do you? Like the whole chip. You don't want Brooklyn?
No,
Really?
I don't like
Not a fan of the super team, huh?
the super made up teams.
Okay, but what do you rather like the Clippers win the season?
no, fuck
Who?
Kawhi.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Who then?
Who's got a good chance? Who's playing super well?
I
right
mean,
now?
Phoenix. Phoenix
but,
is playing really well.
Who just beat the Sixers?
Atlanta.
Yeah, they're surprising. They won't.
But realistically, they won't win the
championship.
championship though. Yeah,
But I think it's gonna be Brooklyn. Yeah.
Brooklyn. Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah.
Favorites. They are the favorites technically to win the whole thing, and like
They pretty much bought the championship, but yeah. And let's go back to the podcast.
There you go. There you go. I'm like, I'm looking at the guys
hours.
there. Like they're looking at me. I was like, I don't have any idea, man. Don't look at me. I'm trusting his word because he said, he's good. He's good at pop culture. So basically, I'm taking your word, bro.
We're
And
doing
he's good
a
at
commercial
sports.
for Coke.
Coca-Cola, you better pay us, man.
It looks even a can is sweat. Like,
Yeah, literally. I'm sweating today. Like, dude. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. So yeah. So what was I?
I feel like in Mississippi, like in a gospel church, like
Dude, I went. I remember as a kid, I visited Iraq one time. It wasn't fun. Like it was in the summer.
you're not born there.
I was born there, but we moved out when I was a kid. So basically, I can't remember anything. But like I moved, like we visited there one time. It wasn't fun in the summer. Just saying.
65, you said.
Dude, it gets up to 65. It's like burning, bro.
Yeah.
Like I bet, like try to like step on the ground like
You
with
can't.
no
No, you
with no
can't.
sandals and with nothing on your
Tires would
barefoot.
melt, right?
They would you could literally put a pan on the ground for like 5 minutes and then crack an egg on it.
Yeah.
There you go. You're cooking eggs.
Yeah,
There.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
literally.
welcome to Canada. Like this is
I lived in it.
regular Ottawa temperature. Like
Yep.
we see it all in like 1 month. Like almost, it's crazy. Born and raised here and never get used to it. Like winters are crazy, summers are crazy. Where else do you see like 40 degrees in the summer and minus 40 in the winter? Like in the same year.
Nowhere.
Think
nowhere.
about that.
I mean, we've seen cold and like not minus 40 though. Like Lebanon has like in the same year, like it's cold and it's hot. Like there's no like if you go to the mountains. But
You've been to Lebanon?
Well, I actually grew up there.
Wow.
That's
it looks
that's
like a
something.
beautiful country.
It is very beautiful. Actually, that's
I
what
want to go see that.
that's where I learned photography, man. That's why where I got hooked up to photography.
Oh
because
yeah, all the architecture and
the nature, man.
the nature.
I say it proudly. I almost got killed 4 times in Lebanon trying to take a photo, but
Killed by a goat,
no, killed by nature.
like a mountain goat.
Well, not really. I almost fell off a cliff one time. I was this close from it. My brother was laughing. It was funny. Yeah, it was high though. It was high as fuck, bro.
Was the picture worth it?
It was. I still have it. I'll show you.
Yeah?
I'll show you.
I want to see that.
Dude, it was beautiful. It was
Wow.
beautiful.
I want to go see Lebanon. That's one of the countries on my
There you
bucket
go.
list.
There
for
you
sure.
go. We should go together, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We still have our house there and everything. So
What?
like yeah.
Which region? Like
Where so like our house was in the south, but it was like even isolated from a whole town. Like it was on its own. It was nice.
wow, I want to go there for sure.
There
I've
you
been
go.
to Morocco.
That's a beautiful. I haven't been to Morocco.
I've
before.
been there with Moroccan friends too.
That's that's actually the best thing.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
go there with the people of the
yeah,
country.
of
who's
course,
been there.
of course. If you go there like a white
As
guy,
a
like
as a
that,
tourist, like
you'll
you
get
get
hustled.
well, no, not really, but they get advantage.
Yeah,
You'll
exactly.
get advantage. of
But
it. But yeah.
wow, what a trip! That was such a beautiful country. It's crazy. The story, the culture, the food, just the people too. Ashish was good too.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
We stayed there like 3 weeks, and we stayed like in actual, not tourist place, like in the actual
In the actual
country.
places, that's when
Yes.
it's like if you
I'll
go
always remember that.
if you go to tourist places, you take lots of the fun out of the
Oh, yeah.
process. Cause
I'm
like,
not a big fan of like the all inclusive.
yeah, because like
resorts
it's
and-
comfortable.
Yeah.
It's nice. You don't go out as much, but like man, the local places are great because like you see how much they struggle. You see like the true life.
It puts
like,
everything
puts you-
back into perspective
Literally.
too, and it brings you it grounds you like.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people need that too, like to see more of the world, like travel more, because
They appreciate more. They start
you
to
appreciate
what
more
they have more.
what they have. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people were freaking out during the COVID, the
The
quarantine.
pandemic. Yeah.
They were freaking out, getting depressive. Like
Bro, I don't get that. Like toilet paper, for fuck's sake, seriously.
We take it for granted. We
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
we
I was
take
like-
water
like-
for granted coming off your faucet. Like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. Like,
I
come
was
on,
like-
just enjoy.
I was like, literally, like people. I was laughing, bro. Like I
Yeah.
was like, people are freaking out over toilet paper. You're serious? This is not gonna like, you
But
know,
that
no, you
didn't
can't.
last long.
No, I
Like,
didn't. No.
Also, that
But they were freaking out on other stuff. But like,
that toilet paper
Thing?
whatever panic was funny to watch though. It
Yeah.
shows you how much there's stupid people out there. Like,
oh yeah,
we're just surrounded by stupid people, and I find sometimes like pandemics, whether it's man-made or nature-made, well, we
It
won't
shows
get
them
into
more,
that.
right?
It's just maybe nature's way to like do a natural selection and takes care of the
Oh, yeah.
overpopulated world that we
Let's
are
say-
in.
let's say the people who actually are so stupid
Yeah.
that they haven't realized that other people do exist on this planet. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You can't have the planet for yourself.
Fuck's
For
sake.
God's sake.
I've been to places like
America.
there's no toilet paper in the toilets. Like, you just
Yeah,
use
I'm
your
just
hand.
I'm just coughing. I'm just like coughing in United States. Yeah.
Yes, States.
That's what we're talking about, literally.
You know what's funny about the
Go ahead.
States? When you're a kid, when I was a kid, you like idolize them. The Americans, they're like, oh man, they
Oh,
have
yeah.
like the best rap music, they have the best movies, they have the best athletes, they have the best sports. And now, like,
As
I'm
we
like,
See them like in this God perspective, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
and now
they're-
you're
they're
like,
not.
I don't know anymore. Like, they
Are
look
they?
kind of dumb. Like, they're pretty idiots. Like, and whew, I don't know. They just came back from Trump. That was
That was something.
That was something. And don't forget, half the country or more voted for him. So
Oh, they're still mad at
they're
that.
so mad now. It shows you what type of people there's over there. And Biden's not very good either. Like, he's
No,
pretty
I don't- I
much
don't
an
really-
idiot too.
literally, but like, you know, like.
But we
well,
won't
we've
go
got
into
Trump
politics.
and
Whatever.
Biden. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not gonna choose for you guys. You guys choose for yourselves.
we won't go into politics.
Nah.
Let's
But
get
I
back
was,
to the
yeah, I was gonna get back into our main subject, which is like music production as well, because you've been in the game as well for a long time, as I was saying, and I just wanna get on like around what were like actually like the biggest differences between like what's back in the days and what's now, like what's going on now in the music industry
as far as like
as far as
technique, equipment, or
Yeah.
Well, like I said earlier, back in the days, you had to find a studio first.
Correct.
Not everyone had a studio at home like I
Yeah.
do right now, or like Soulful has his in basement.
Yeah.
Shout out to Live from
Shout
the
out.
Basement that we did.
Oh yeah, that was a great
And
one.
That's a blessing during COVID. But back in the days, yes, you have to find an actual studio. There wasn't that many here in Ottawa.
I mean, Ottawa's pretty dead, to be honest with
Commercial
you.
studios. There was some, like, don't get me wrong. There, and they still exist. Like Raven Studio is one of them, where I went to school to learn sound engineering. Shout out
Interesting.
Raven Studios. They're
Yeah.
still operating now, and I'm so happy to hear that. Audio Valley was one of them. Distortion Studios was one of them. So you had to like go and actually book time in the studio. Then you had to like make your own beats. There wasn't a way like to go on YouTube and find a beat there and
No,
rip
no.
it, and
That's pretty much
Or,
trial and error, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a thing.
so you had to like actually find a beat maker to do beats, and to do beats you had to like actually find a sampler or an MPC. I don't know if you remember those, but
Yeah.
that was a drum machine,
Yeah.
analog drum machine, and you could put your sample and create beats, and then you had to like actually do the beats. You couldn't find them, or
Timing was like as
we'd find beats on flip sides of vinyl.
well.
Remember records, vinyls? On
Yeah,
the
I've seen
the
those.
B side there was instrumental sometimes. So
Oh,
we
man.
used that to rap over it.
Snap.
So you
I
had to
did- I
like
didn't
go
know.
dig.
I
in the
didn't know that
crates.
existed, by the way.
And there
like,
was a record store on Dalhousie. That's what one of two record stores that existed here, where you could find a new release. And on the flip side of the record, they had the instrumental. So that's how we first started to rap or practice rapping. Back then, we had to find a beat. So, and then when I first started doing beats, I would take cassette tape and decks. I would find a sample on one cassette, play it there,
By the way,
and then find a loop on a drum loop on a Pink Floyd record, on a vinyl on a record, and flip and play with it over the sample,
Nah.
and that would go in the tape deck and record.
dude, that's such a smart way. Like
That's how hip hop
actually,
was
I
invented
came-
with break
came
drums,
pretty
right?
late.
So
I came pretty late to cassettes, by the way. So like
I'm with a
hearing
bunch of
it-
babies.
hearing that from you.
I'm sorry, I refuse that connotation. I'm not
Okay.
a baby. I remember everything you're saying.
Oh, he's sitting there. Okay, he knows. Okay,
Right, he's
okay,
the pop
sure,
culture guy.
sure,
Like,
sure. Okay.
And like the oldest of the bunch, I think also. So
How old are
I
you?
think I'm 24.
Okay.
I'm turning 25
you're
actually.
a
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Oh,
Always turning 25.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
When?
September.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not
that took
close.
a moment.
I thought it was like tomorrow.
Took,
Sorry.
took a moment. Oh no, my I'm turning actually 22 in like 10 days, guys. So
Guys, you're kids.
17. So
You?
yeah.
19.
Yeah, he's the youngest in the whole team, I think. No,
Jeez.
actually, no. I back my statement. We've got Sarah. She's younger than you. But yeah, so
We keep getting derailed off the subject.
oh yeah. So I was saying that like I'm literally gonna
Oh
literally-
yes, there was more difference, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much like now I'm posting some clips on TikTok, and I'm gonna post the picture of the cassettes because I'm pretty sure you saying cassette is different to them. Like
Yes,
like
they need to
have
understand what a
a
cassette
different.
is.
they have
Well,
a
I brought a
different
cassette
ideology.
with me.
Oh,
Not really. Like, why
Really?
would I bring a cassette?
I was like, I was
Your
like,
face was
really?
priceless.
I was like, I was happy, dude. Like, you know how long haven't I seen a cassette ever? Like
You want
I
a
was-
funny story?
2006.
My
that's
first
not-
ever one sort of first beats was on like I said, the technique I use: play a sample, break drum, and record it on a tape deck. I still have the cassette, and it's framed in my studio.
Oh, okay.
It's framed.
That's,
When you come in my studio, you see all the projects I've done, and that
See.
cassette is framed
it's
there.
framed
too.
there.
Yeah, I always keep
Crazy.
that because that's where pretty much it started. So
Crazy. You're giving me so much ideas for
yeah, I
to
framed the
create
cassette.
my own.
Maybe
like,
one day it's
studio.
gonna be like worth $1 million.
Dude.
or-
Dude, that's when you know to always have an eye on that cassette. So you know when he's actually popping.
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
go- you
Like
go-
you know, it's
we're
worth
gonna have-
it's worth a lot more.
We're gonna have a
than-
squad team. We're gonna have a squad team taking it. Don't worry.
Yes, but don't worry. This one is just a fake one.
Oh, okay.
The
where'd
real
you
one
keep-
is in a
Where'd you
safe.
keep the? Okay. Off the cameras, he's gonna tell us where he
Yeah.
where he keeps the.
I'm just
the
kidding.
real
It's the actual one in the frame. But I just thought I would keep it to like as a memento. Also, like to just keep yourself grounded as where you came from too.
I see.
I'm talking as if I'm a big
I keep-
superstar. But
I mean, I agree with you because I still keep the first camera ever that I got. It's
Yes.
still in my room.
Yeah.
It's not framed, by the way.
but
the
no,
way-
you keep
the way you
it.
gave me an idea.
Keep those. It's just to remind yourself where you started too.
Literally. I actually like if we were recording in my room like back, when we were recording in my room back what like last month. That was when we stopped. I was like showing guests like, by the way, this is the first camera that I ever got. Sometimes we bring it on shoots, like we actually shoot with it, because like. hello, this is-
What kind of camera?
So I had like a pocket camera. That was the first camera that I was shooting on like as a photographer after I graduated from my.
Oh, like
thing.
those point and shoot.
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
But it was a specific one. So it's an Olympus SH21. But then my first DSLR is the D50-100, an Nikon.
Okay.
That's actually this one. Actually, this
Yeah.
is my first DSLR.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, like I'm the kind of person who keeps his stuff. Like I like to keep my gear. I
You're a
like to keep
hoarder.
Oh yeah. I love this kind of stuff. I sell some stuff though. Like it's not like I'm so paranoid about it. But this is like I'm looking.
I'm
through it.
super. I'm not even a materialistic person at all.
No.
I'm almost like a gypsy or a bohemian type person. Like I like.
Because do you agree or not? Like I think art and money, good art and money don't mix together. Like
Yeah.
like once you start becoming too materialistic about your
Exactly.
art, that's when the art side
And
dies. And
I
then it
find
becomes-
some artists they lean towards that. Like they try to do too much for the money or for the clout or whatever it is. Me, I'm just about my passion, and I'll let the work speak for itself. And this, I don't know. I don't even care about the money involved too. Yes, of course, we all have bills to pay and stuff like that. But me, it's more about the message and the legacy I'm gonna leave behind, anyways. So
I see. And then you get results like me realizing that the pictures are just speaking for
Yes,
themselves,
yes.
or
Which you're the
audio
first one to
speaks.
say that, actually,
Wow, really?
which is nice. Maybe some people don't even,
It's maybe because like I'm a trained eye or something, but like
or yeah, or you just speak your mind. A lot of
That's-
people won't even tell you,
wow.
or they'll appreciate your work, but they won't take
But
the
they won't-
time to like actually let you know. By the way, I liked that you have your signature on the pictures, but I find that interesting. That's nice.
Wow.
That's nice. That means I'm doing something right, or I'm doing something from the heart, pretty much. So.
Interesting. Well, thank you for being here. I'm actually moving towards the end of the podcast.
Already?
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
Yeah, there you go. We don't feel it until we like
Jesus.
until I approach the hour and I'm like, oh, I've been talking for so long, man.
No, we have to do more. Like
Snap.
I
There you
still
go.
my shirt is not all
It's not all water.
all water.
I'll do extras if you
but
want. if you
seriously,
guys
I
want.
have like some sweaty balls right now.
There you
like-
go. Me too, dude. Dude, I'm literally like sweating right now because like if the lights and everything. But thank you for being here. Like it was really great.
No,
having
bro,
you,
seriously,
man.
thank you for I've been telling you since we first talked.
Yeah. Man.
Let's do that podcast. Let's do
we,
it.
We've
and-
been trying, and then like, by the way, just to mention one last point before like we turn off the cameras that I wanted to mention in the beginning. It's by the way because you live in Gatineau,
Yeah.
but your studio is in Ottawa, and you try to commute between Gatineau and Ottawa.
Yeah.
You fall under the two rules of Quebec and Ontario. So like the way that they deal with COVID is different. So
completely different. and
literally
we live in a special
in
area.
a
of
special
the-
area, Ottawa
because
Gatineau area.
You know
is-
that Gatineau, Ottawa is the only bi-provincial area.
It's the only that's what I
in-
got
in the
told before
country.
I came to
Yeah.
Canada. They're
Yeah.
like, by the way, you're going to a very special area. I was like,
Yeah.
what's so special about it? Like, yeah, it's literally you have a bridge
Yeah.
in between the actually like it's a different language, it's a
Different
different
rules.
place, different rules. Everything
yeah.
is so different. It was like, wow.
Yes, it's so interesting. I grew up here, so I don't really like notice it that much because
Really.
I've always been across the border. Like
Right.
90% of the people I work with are
Are
on the
across
Ottawa
the-
side. So now, but back when I first went in the 90s, when I was going out, well, there was
Wow.
huge fights between both sides of the river.
Snap.
Like
wow.
yeah, like talking like I'm trying to compare something in the history, but like English French, like
Wow.
Ottawa was English, Gatineau
Anglo.
was French. The bars in Gatineau were closed an hour later, so everyone from Ontario at 2 a.m. would cross the bridge to go to the bar for the last hour,
I
and then
see.
huge fights would
Shit.
happen. That was an interesting time. Doesn't happen anymore now. Like,
No, now everyone's chill.
everyone's like chilled.
That's
Weed's
typical
legal.
Canada.
Everyone's like relaxed now.
Dude.
Like,
best thing that ever happened to Canada. I'm sorry.
but
I'm not talking religiously. Don't look at me, guys. Okay, but like best thing that ever happened to Canada from someone who works at a customer service place. Dude, the best people that we get are people who just smoked weed outside and just
yes,
came in
of course.
because I can smell it.
Yes.
Like you can't really smell it. They're
Alcohol
really happy.
brings the violence in you.
That's-
Weed does the
Weed
opposite.
does the opposite, literally.
And it's funny that alcohol was legal for the longest time,
But weed is not.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's very interesting.
that's another discussion. And
Yeah.
go back to your border thing. That
Yeah.
was interesting during COVID, like crossing the bridge and stuff like that. Yes, I've been stopped for crossing the
Oh,
bridge
yeah.
because they want to know why you're crossing the bridge. Like,
But even for some time, the curfew that you guys had,
yeah,
that prevented
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, bro.
8 o'clock.
Like we had our shoot booked 3 times, and they all 3 times they extended the curfew.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, push it. But then now, like, it was a good thing rather
Yes,
than a bad
yes.
thing. Now
Well,
you're in the new studio and everything.
But there's always a reason for life. Like, I'm not the
Literally.
type, like,
nah,
if,
like,
if it's not happening now,
it will
it's going to happen
yeah,
eventually. And it's going to happen for a reason.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe that first invite, I was not supposed to come. Maybe
Oh.
I would have died on the way here. Like,
Or maybe because like I was really shy in front of cameras. That
now
conversation.
you're comfortable. You're
Dude,
right.
that conversation wouldn't have happened
That's
at
right.
all. Like I'm just
The
saying,
first podcast, you sucked.
dude. Oh, thank you, respectfully,
No, I'm
literally,
just
thank you.
kidding. I'm just
The
kidding.
first person who said the truth, literally, the first podcast, dude.
I'm
no
just
good audio.
teasing you.
No, actually,
That's my
no
sense
good-
of humor, by
Really,
the way. I'm
no
very,
good.
like-
But that's the truth, because like it was no good audio. One camera was out of focus because like, well, we were running like a 1-man crew, literally.
Yes.
Like he was the only person, and like we were like we weren't
Shout
so
out.
good. Shout out Mo, bro.
Moho. man.
Mo the hoe.
Mo the hoe, yeah.
That's what we what you're being
I
called.
remember.
There you go. There you go. That's going forward. That's your name, bro. That's what I'm gonna call you. There you go. But yeah, like
But
it was
that's part
difficult.
of like progress. That's part
That's
of
literally-
like doing something and
That's what I love. I
getting better at it.
I don't
Now
think-
you're super good.
I don't think I'll ever delete that
Y-
episode because
you're-
I want to see it there. Like I want to always go
No,
back to
no,
it.
you need to see it.
Because like I go to
Oh,
it sometimes, I was like, man, I was so uncomfortable.
But
Dude,
that's good.
I am so full was running the conversation.
Yes.
Like
But he's
that
an
was,
actual,
that was
huh?
yeah, but like you know how terrible it is for like a host for the guest to run the conversation instead of you. You're like, oh snap! Like I don't have any control over it. You know what I mean? But now I'm like, nah, I just go with the vibe.
The best thing you can do is leave it there
Yeah, literally.
for you to watch and remember how far
Even for
you've gone.
people to
Yes,
watch it, be like,
yes.
oh, that's what how he started, and now that's where
There's
he's
a-
at now.
There's a few rappers I've encountered during my career that they're like, should I remove my old stuff? It's not caliber now, like compared to my new stuff.
No,
I'm
just
like,
keep it.
no, it's not. But that's the idea.
That's literally the idea. Literally,
That's the
That's how-
purpose. You're supposed to see progression. If you're not, well, what can I say? But
literally.
are you gonna tell your mom to remove your like kindergarten drawing over the fridge because you draw better now? Like no,
No.
but
Oh, thank you. That's a good point. Dude.
but
Like,
that's the
a good
idea.
phrase
You
as well.
should. I that's just popped off my mind.
Dude, there you go.
But that's what I tell them. Like, no, you should keep it there. But what if who cares? What if they see your new stuff? They see progression, like the same thing you're progressing as a host as the podcast,
Literally.
and now you have like 16 cameras in
Man,
there.
there
Like,
you go. We've got not 16. Well,
And you
we've
got-
got 5. What?
and you got
5.
workers, and you got
Dude, and we get like instead of one man crew, we have like three camera operators that are so
And-
great. By the way,
And
I love you guys.
Yeah, yeah, I love them already too. Like, he's my favorite one.
there you go. Pop culture.
Yeah. That's your name.
Shut up.
That's your name.
Pop culture is a good name, yeah.
There you go.
Popsy.
Popsy, Popsy, yeah,
Pop
there you go.
Popsy. Okay, there you go. That's
I love that. Popsy. Wow.
that's very soon we're gonna have shirts for them, and that's his name on the shirt. Popsy.
Yeah,
That's-
Popsy.
There
And
you go.
no, good for you. I've been saying to you that
Man,
forever. I love what you're doing.
thank you, man.
I'm
I'm humbled.
I'm fan of people like yourself that putting together a podcast. Yes, podcast is a new way of communication now more than ever. Like shout out Joe Rogan who put that
Man,
on the map. Like-
literally, I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
I
me
would,
too.
I'm one of the people who actually would go like 3 hours and just watch. the
Oh
whole
yeah, me
episode,
too.
like,
Me too. And to go back to what it's saying, he goes with the flow, right?
Literally,
That's what he does. He
literally.
just pretty much like lets the conversation flow when in any direction he wants. We can talk about deer hunting if you want, but yeah, I don't do any of that.
There
but,
you go.
But shout out to you.
Thank you.
My
man.
reason to say that is because I never seen as much platform for artists now. Like there wasn't any before. There was radio station, there was CKCU, CHU, and that was about it. That could
Yeah.
help you spread your message and your songs and your music. That was about it.
There you
That's it. And now like there's podcasts pop in, literally like
Literally.
good stuff. Down to the wire guys, they're doing
Dude, shout out
something
down
nice
to the
there.
wire, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're awesome guys.
Yeah.
They've been in the game longer than I have been, dude. Like for years. I don't know when they started though. Like I think a long time ago. They're like back in-
I'm not sure
I
when
don't know.
exactly.
I've
Maybe
seen-
2 years, a
Really?
year and a half ago.
really.
Yeah.
I've seen their no.
Their
I've seen,
first
I've seen-
guest, I think, was City Fidelity.
Oh no no no!
And
Like,
then
yeah,
Kareem.
yeah, but like they started the podcast 2 years. I think
Yes.
2 years ago. But like they've been on YouTube for a long time.
Oh.
Now. Like they've been in the game. You know what I mean? It's that like that step is very
So
difficult.
shout out to them. I could shout out a bunch of people. I could
Dude.
shout out my DFP people back in the days,
There you go. Look
my
in the camera, you can
soundtrack
do that. There you
people.
go.
my Dreamland people, everyone. Like Quest wouldn't be there if it wasn't for a lot of people
That's-
behind the scene. Like
That's
shout
the
out
thing.
my girlfriend too. Like there's a lot of people that play a role to who you become in life, and it's up to you to like take the best out of every relationships that you have. And I'm the type of people that I have something to learn from anyone. Like you could teach
Respect.
me how to do a beat that something a technique that I never thought about before. Like, oh yeah, I could.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
So no one's better than anyone. Apart Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. But,
There you go. He's looking again. He's like, what?
I will let that one slide.
Yes.
No comment.
No comments, huh?
but
Yeah.
no one's better than anyone. Like we all have something to learn. We all have flaws.
always-
But we all have the aptitude or the desire to learn
Literally, yeah.
and to be better at something and be so. Never lose your passion and your curiosity. Like,
Literally.
that's
I'm
what
s-
makes you better.
One
And
thing that
stop
I'm scared of-
overthinking.
Yeah, one thing
Let
that
your-
I'm scared
I
of.
want to see more pictures of you, man.
Dude, you'll see. I think
Not
me
of you,
overthink-
but from you. Yes.
Yeah, well, I think it's like the overthinking of how the photos look. I think that always rules me. But going back to what you were saying, and I think this is the last point that I'm trying to make is, one thing that I'm actually afraid of is me stopping to learn, because it means I'm dead. Literally, that's
Yeah.
like I'm gonna stop learning when I'm dead. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna that's what I'm telling myself, because like it doesn't matter if I'm 90 years old. It doesn't matter if I'm 20 years old. I'm gonna be always learning. I'm gonna be always looking
Yeah.
for new opportunities.
Very important.
Oh yeah, like
Very important. Whether it's learning to cook, whether it's learning a new language, whatever.
oh yeah.
Learn French. Try
There
that.
you go. Actually, it's on my list, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't learned French. I think because Lebanon teachers
They-
suck absolutely. Okay, because they try to
They
teach
have
us.
French immersion there.
Oh yeah, like so you can choose in Lebanon. You can choose. Your parents actually choose for you if they go, or actually if you learn from as your kid for your second language.
Yeah.
If you learn French or English.
Yeah.
So, but because I grew up like in kind of like I was born in Iraq, grew up Syria and Lebanon. So basically, my parents were like, maybe because like I learned English in Syria, they wanted me to continue in English. So
Yeah.
basically, that's why.
Because I grew up around all my friends as a upcoming and growing as a young teenager were Lebanese,
yeah,
and they all
oh,
speak
there you go.
French.
There you go.
And very well French too. Like,
Dude, they're very great.
and they were my favorite friends, my favorite people too. Like,
Dude, Lebanese.
they
are the
came
best.
in during that '80s war, I believe. If
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken, between the religions there.
Yeah, yeah. The civil war that,
Yeah.
that happened. Unfortunate, the
Yeah.
civil war that
Yeah.
actually happened. Everyone regrets that, by the way. Like
Yeah.
you can speak about it freely right now because
Yeah.
everyone regrets it. Literally, go ask anyone in Lebanon. Like it's the worst thing that ever happened in Lebanon.
So they try to get rid of the Catholics, right?
Oh, everyone were getting rid of everyone.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm just saying, just like Muslims were getting rid of Muslims. Muslims were getting rid of Christians. Christians were
Christians, yeah.
getting rid of Christians. Christians were getting rid of Muslims. It was a mess, literally. Like me speaking about it right now, I'm like I still don't even understand how it happened, but I know why it happened.
Yeah.
And I can say off camera, but like you know,
Yeah,
I don't like to kind of discuss a lot of politics in
of
this
course.
podcast.
We can
'Cause
keep
I get-
politics away.
I sometimes get into too much of saying the truth where I
Yeah.
get myself in trouble.
Yes, no, I get it.
There
I
you
get
go.
it.
But yeah, like thank you for being here. I'm trying. I was trying to end the podcast 10 minutes ago actually, and then I went talking. There you go. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for making it from Gatineau to
Oh,
here. bro.
always a
It was,
pleasure. I want to do more now.
dude. There you go. There you go. I think we should do one time like
Oh,
Actually-
before
Oh, there you go.
we end this, I have a gift for you.
Oh.
I do
don't tell
actually
me.
have a
Don't
gift,
tell
yes.
me. I was actually expecting that, by the way, because I know they actually bring a gift to the place.
I brought
The
my
first
camera
place-
too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not the gift.
No, that I was happy when I saw the camera out. Okay.
That's not the gift.
Okay, I was. It's the
There you go.
Sony. Oh, thank you.
A
man.
sweater for you.
Oh,
I didn't know
thanks.
there was going to be 16
There you
people
go.
here. But
There you go. Proudly. Yeah. Dreamland.
it's a large though. But
Hey, it's dope. Okay.
you said you gain weight, so you're
I'm-
gonna.
That's very true. There you go. Well, thank you. Well, actually, looks nice. But...
And you're the first one to get that one.
Oh.
You saw the other
Next.
shirt, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We
I
do
saw
it for
that
the
one.
culture. That's
Holy.
the next one.
Lovely.
So you get it first.
Y'all know I'm wearing this on the next podcast, right? It looks dope as fuck, bro.
That's crazy. You're the first one, man.
Dude, this is really
Consider
great.
yourself lucky.
Dude, I am.
Just
Man.
kidding. I know you're gonna rock it. And I
Oh,
brought my camera because we're gonna take a picture of you wearing it.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. I
Yeah.
am. There you go.
And we're gonna be spontaneous.
There you go.
You're gonna model.
Dude, I'll rock that. There you go. You'll be surprised.
Yes.
Got you. So thank you for
Thank you.
for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Seriously.
Man.
This felt like 10 minutes, man.
Man, dude, I
You're
can
good.
go for longer than this. You wouldn't believe it. But yeah, I'll try to end it here. Maybe on the next one as well, like because I want to make a next one.
Yes.
We'll have to
Yeah.
have a
So much
second
more
and
stuff
third
to say.
episode. Oh my god.
So much
it'll,
more.
it'll never end.
No.
Dude.
No.
But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for making it all the way from Gatineau
Bro,
to here. It was
seriously-
great.
I forgot. I do have a question.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
So you kind of answered it before, but
Sure.
my question was like, where does the name come from? Talk Labs. But you said you worked in labs, so I'm
There you go.
guessing that's a link.
So yeah, it's I like to talk, and we I worked in a lab. Basically, I'm doing chemistry, so talk lab is basically where we prepare the substances for the talk. Basically,
For your bombs?
for my bombs, literally.
Oh.
There you go. That's a good way of ending the podcast. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was great. If you haven't subscribed yet to the Talk Lab podcast, throughout this conversation, you should have done that, man. Like, I don't know. I think you're missing out on a lot of content if you're not subscribed. Hit that ring that bell. That's important. You'll get notifications. Smack that like button.
And seriously, I hope you get monetized
Thank you, man.
because
Very
everyone should be able to like at least make a buck off of
Dude,
anything, like just to help you progress and
literally,
become better. So
literally. Let's hope so.
Actually, if you're on your computer, you don't even have to exit full screen. If you scroll down a bit, you can just click this subscribe and like. You
I
don't
like
actually even have to exit out.
I like that.
sheesh.
There you go.
There you go.
Easy.
Thank you,
Easy.
Ho.
Thank you, Modo. Thank you, man. Well, if
Man,
you,
that team is solid.
there you go. I like that.
I love that.
That's the best energy.
You're gonna become super good. Like this podcast needs to be monetized, guys. Like,
Dude,
let's go.
Let's go share
And
this
it's funny
episode
how,
with your
like,
loved ones. Actually,
Just a simple subscribe.
go ahead.
Action is so difficult
Oh,
to
yeah.
get from people.
Snap.
I'm mind blown at that.
Literally.
You know, I would get my subscribers. I grab the phone of the person and I go subscribe to
Just
my channel.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Literally, like it takes one click. You're done.
That's it.
Easy. Very
People
painless.
surprise me. Ah.
Very easy.
You can subscribe and never
Effortless.
watch anything if you want. Like
Very effortless.
Yeah.
And if you know that you're not interested in this episode, which you should be, I don't know why you're not interested in this episode. I don't know why you're not interested in any of the episodes of Talk Lab. Share the episode with someone who would be interested.
how many subscribers now?
We've got 73 right now. Proudly, that's
Long road
proudly,
ahead.
proudly.
Okay, 100 subscribers. I'll give away a free shirt to that.
There
100.
you go. There you go. The 100 subscribers.
Exclusive.
And
I am exclusive. I am Quest giveaway at I am Quest X
Yes.
Talk Lab.
There you
Yes.
go.
The first
There you
giveaway of its kind.
There you go. 100 subscribers.
see.
Coming
here.
coming
You heard them.
coming
Heard
to a store near you.
There you go.
You heard them. All right. Thank you for clicking on this episode. Thank you for watching, making it till the end. Check the social media links in the description. Check Imquest. His links are in the description as well. Check us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and Rami. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye. See ya.